Welcome, everyone, to episode 4 of the Fruit Snack Attack podcast.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Theme song.
This is a monumentous occasion.
We like talking.
We're really good at talking.
We're off the rails here.
Yeah, this is weird.
I'm also like a filthy casual.
How can I just piss Matt off?
Just like go live.
Yeah, we're live.
Welcome to the Fruit Snack Attack podcast, guys.
Are we on the internet?
And welcome back. We're back
Welcome back.
to episode 4 of the Fruit Snack Attack podcast, guys. Each and every other Wednesday, you can join us here live at twitch.tv/FruitSnackLive, where we do the Fruit Snack Attack podcast. Maybe eventually we'll actually add streaming games to here. But
Yeah,
my
I'd be down.
PC can't do it, so maybe Zach will just stream himself playing Magic.
Yeah, I could pop on you guys.
Just join Zach.
Yeah.
And then maybe
I'll,
once I get a beefy.
Maybe once the season's over here in a week, I'll try to get to Mythic again on stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could definitely do that. We can also I think maybe I'll try to do Mario Kart next week. I'll always test it before.
Yeah.
If it works, then I will go live with Mario Kart next week. Since
Yeah, that'd be
both
fun.
be on, that'd be fun to do it on this channel.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us here. Yeah, as we said, how the schedule is going to be, not as you said, because we've had some technical difficulties for the last 24 minutes.
Woohoo.
And bathroom difficulties, but that's beside the point.
That's for a different time.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of bi-weekly. So like, let's just start today. This Wednesday, you're seeing us live. Next Wednesday will be this episode up on our YouTube channel, which
Right.
is off week. Then week after that, we're live. So it's always live recorded, all these Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, you're getting a podcast.
Yeah, and if you ever miss a Wednesday, you can just catch up on it next week. That way, the week after, when we do go live again, you're just gonna go.
Right, there you go. Perfect. So that's the way if you want to keep up with the content. But we thank you guys all for joining us in the chat. I think the more fun way to watch us is live on the Wednesdays.
Yeah, and you can
Chat.
participate in the chat. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but as you guys know, every time we do one of these podcasts, we each bring a topic to the table to discuss to try to fill up this hour of conversation. So, Zach, I'm going to have you start off with your topic because I've got too many.
You got way too many.
I do.
Okay.
So you can go right ahead.
My topic is something I just want to have like conversation with, like back and forth on.
Okay.
Because it's something that actually Garrett and I were talking about the other day after you left the
Yes.
Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
So, do you think it's good for games to follow a formula? So let me give an example.
Okay.
Pokemon's a great example.
Right.
Most of the Pokemon games, you get 8 badges, you beat the bad guy, you go to the Pokemon League.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game.
Yeah. Become the best.
Final
Four, or Elite Four, whatever. I got you.
Yeah. So I've noticed lately a lot of people are big on like, oh man, this game's breaking the formula.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. Part of me, like, I buy Pokemon for that experience.
Right.
I want the new Pokemon. I want to beat the new bad guys. I want to get all the badges.
Right. So you're
And
saying
I think
like,
that
the example
yeah.
is like Sun and Moon, right? Like that.
Exactly.
example Where like
I never even finished Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
It's just
You
It
didn't
just-
Sun and Moon?
no.
No.
I mean,
I also feel
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe for me personally, in that example, I didn't feel like Sun and Moon was different enough. Yes, the gyms weren't there, but I still was able to catch Pokemon. And again, but maybe also when I kind of we it's in the theme song, but I was talking about how I'm a filthy casual. Where like I don't think about it too much. I'm just like, okay, cool, I'm catching Pokemon. Just again in the Pokemon example, but no,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how can I describe this? I mean, that's how it is with a lot of games. Obviously, I'm sure you're gonna bring up Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm about to get into.
Right, because that one was different. Now, I kind of feel like, well, it's kind of tough because I don't know. I haven't played all the Zeldas, but I feel like almost every Zelda does its own thing. Like, there is always something unique about a Zelda. Breath of the Wild was it had its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like Wind Waker's whole thing was the boat and the flute, or not the flute, but the baton. You know what I mean?
Right. But I guess it also boils down to Zelda games is you beat X amount of dungeons, you collect either Triforce or some sort of collection, whether it be like 8 magical instruments, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you beat the big bad at the end.
Mm-hmm.
See, I have a very unpopular opinion, which is I hated Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I really didn't like it.
Yeah, but you also, what did you say? You got like 2 hours in?
I think about 4 or
Okay.
5.
Okay.
But what really turns me off of Breath of the Wild is just, to me, it's not a Zelda game.
Uh-huh.
You get thrown in to an open land where your weapons break.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they do give you some direction. There are no dungeons. I mean, the game's just, it's not Zelda to me. It's Skyrim,
Mm-hmm.
but they slap Zelda on top of it. But what I'm worried about is the future, because they announced Breath of the Wild too.
Right.
So are they going to make that into the new Zelda now? Where
No.
it's just, you just got a bunch of breakable weapons and you're going to wander around and...
No, I don't, because the thing that Nintendo does the best is Nintendo can always go back to its roots. Nintendo has never... This is a Nintendo thing specifically, but Nintendo has always... They've always done it by their rules, if that makes sense. Like, yes, they're gonna have Breath of the Wild 2, but I don't think there's gonna be a Breath of the Wild 3. I think there will be. I think they will go back. Whatever the Zelda after that will be, can go back. I mean, you kind of saw with this Pokemon. Yeah, as you said, Sun and Moon was different, and then they kind of went back to a normal formula with what are we playing right now? Sword and Shield. You know what I mean? Like, I think luck in that situation.
Right, but my thing, it might not be Breath of the Wild 3, but it might be new Zelda IP with breakable weapons and no dungeons and you wander around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I understand your concern for yourself personally on that. No, I don't think. I think they will go back with a more streamlined Zelda where, it will be, you're kind of back, or not back, but yes, you are just kind of going place to place. And that, because the other thing, too, is yeah, remember they also they put out Link's Awakening. I guess it was a remake, but I'm not saying the next thing will be a remake.
Breath of the Wild sold way more copies.
It did.
Ultimately, it's what makes money is what Nintendo's going to care about.
Right. I still don't think. I think there will come back to a thing where you just get the Deku sticks, you get the Master Sword, you get the slingshot, the shield, the stuff like that. I mean, but you're right. It is what the people are going to want. So.
Right. But I guess I know. I mean, we're not popular enough to get a rage of fans, but my defense about not liking Breath of the Wild is it would be absurd for me to sit down to a game of chess and bitch the entire time that it's not checkers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bought a Zelda game. I want to play a Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
You know. I don't know.
I think, but I mean, I think if there were Zelda elements, it
had Link. I mean, and Zelda.
You got to ride horses. You got to shoot bow and arrows. You got to swing a sword. You got to dress up. Those are all Zelda things. No, I think yes. Yes. I mean, no, yes and no, because you are. I think it is okay to games to branch out, but as long as they can go back. You can look at a Call of Duty. Every people say all Call of Duties are the same, but they're not, because you do have the ones where you had the jetpacks and the jump boosts, and then what's these latest two, or the latest three, I should say. Nope, we're back to boots on the ground, guys. That's right, we heard you guys. We're going back to boots on the ground. We listened, and now we're back. This new one is called Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that's a conversation for a different time, but the gaming naming genre is getting absolutely ridiculous.
Well, just naming, entertainment naming. The fact that I mean, I get it, but the fact that they didn't name the sequel to Now You See Me, not Now You Don't, blows my mind.
Did Fast and Furious kick this all off? Because they had Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, yeah. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and Fast and Furious.
And then Fast and Furious, the Fast and Furious, isn't there one just called Fast Furious or
It's the Fast and the Furious, yeah. Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, right. Fast 5.
Fast 5.
I don't know what Fast 6 was called. I've always just called it Fast 6.
The Fast and Furious.
It might just be the Fast and Furious. And Furious 8.
So that's Fate of the Furious, which
Fate of the Furious.
That one's good, and then we don't know what 9's gonna. Fast 9, Feeling Fine.
I would be so happy if that's what that movie was called.
Well, and then then they fucked up. Why is Bad Boys for Life the third one? I know that's what they are, but you could have saved it for the next one.
You jumped the gun on that one.
Come
Michael
on,
Bay.
Unless they really knew that this was it. Come on. I didn't see it. I'm gonna see it. That Bad Boys is kind of like my Fast and Furious.
Mm.
Those movies are dumb, but
Yeah.
boy, do I love them. I need to see the new one. I guess there's only 2. It's not like there's 8 or 9 of the Bad Boys universes. That first
Man,
one came
Martin
out in
Lawrence is getting old.
Oh, you could tell. Watch any of those trailers. I've heard that's like the main review. They're like, "Oh my god, Martin Lawrence does that."
Yeah.
I get what you're saying though. That it is. It sometimes you're like, no, I just want to play the game I want to play.
Right.
But this is always for me. I always try to, I always try to find optimism in everything. It's the way I kind of feel with like an album.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can go back and listen to that A Day to Remember album that I love. It's that Blink album. I talked about like how I'm like, okay, I know I want new stuff, but the minute I get disappointed, I know I have something good in the back when I can go back and enjoy it again.
And I'm not saying like popular franchise have to stagnate and like be always the same, but like I think a good Zelda example of this is Link's Awakening. It was the first Zelda game that doesn't take place in Hyrule. You don't collect the Triforce shards. There's a bunch of like other Nintendo characters. Like there's a Chain Chomp and yeah. That game was very unique and very different, but still followed the Zelda formula. That's what I want out of a Zelda game. You can change it. I'm not saying it has to be the same thing every single time, but don't just. I think radically changing it is just not what I want.
Mm-hmm. I think it is also. I almost kind of feel like for Breath of the Wild, just as one more example, I feel like that's almost what they had to do to sell the Switch. This game is this shows you this Nintendo. We're with the big boys on the consoles now. We're not messing
Actually,
around.
Fun fact about that. So the Switch version of Breath of the Wild is actually a port.
You're right, because it was
a Wii U game originally.
Right. And but I think that they're almost like, we can make this work.
Yeah.
So, I can see that, but yeah, I get it. I mean, but I guess you can think of another good example. Double Dash for Mario Kart. That thing kind of, all right, 2 people in the cart. Yes, it's not completely game changing like Breath of the Wild is to the other Zeldas, but it's still like, all right, let's do something different here. Let's mix it up. I'm trying to think of like, and I'm trying to think of if that counts towards Smash. Yes, like mechanics works, but that's a different story.
I don't know. I think like fighting games is kind of different because
it's its own thing because it's
like
it's not.
Aside from me playing Mortal Kombat, nobody's playing fighting games for the plot. Like you just want to get your fighters and fucking go online or play against your friends.
That's story though. Yeah, I guess no matter what you break down a fighting game, it's how do I play this game? It would be like if the next Street Fighter was like, all right, we're doing 3-on-3, like a Marvel vs. Capcom or Dragon Ball. I guess that could be a good example because Street Fighter has its staple of it is a one-on-one fighter, and that's what you're sticking with. I could yeah, that would probably be a decent example of it. I guess this is with Call of Duty with mechanics. Like if Call of Duty just out of nowhere was like, no, we're only like Battlefield now, where it's massive and they have that mode, but they still have your
right.
I keep rolling back, and I'm always getting out of frame.
You're gonna fall. That's what's gonna happen.
It's just my I got the chair. I got like that rolling thing you put on the carpet.
Oh
now,
yeah.
I'm like too loose, so I can just go away.
You just roll right out the door. But yeah, see, I don't know. I'm not saying Breath of the Wild 2 shouldn't exist. I think honestly, I'm not hating on anyone for liking Breath of the Wild either.
Right.
I think like you said, if they're like, all right, Breath of the Wild 2, it did its thing. We're gonna make a couple other like more normal Zelda games. Maybe we'll go back to the Breath of the Wild format for like a 3 or a new thing. Right. That's fine. They can coexist. It's just I hope
it does.
Since that's what the popular thing is, that's how they go for a long time.
It's so funny we're talking about this conversation because look like a prime example.
Yeah.
Fuck this game.
What was that one Mario Party where it had like the microphone? That was stupid. That was the GameCube one, I think.
Yeah, maybe not 8, maybe 7. There was one I remember I played this at our buddy Trey's house when we were living in Florida. It was one where like it wasn't a map, it was just a straight line. So you just like rolled until you got to the end and then you got a star.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, so where's the strategy? I just have to try to roll 6s? Like that's it? That one pissed me off.
Yeah. I think I don't know, like thinking of like kind of like to put it something like you like is what if like the next Smash Brothers came out and instead of the normal mechanic they have, they just put in health bars. There's no like pushing people off maps. It's just Nintendo characters fighting with health bars until one of
Yeah.
them's out of health. And that was really popular, and that's just what they did.
Well, technically, there is a mode like that.
Oh, is
there,
that?
no, there is, but nobody plays it. Yeah, I don't know. I would probably just not play it. I mean, I would play it for the first month or two where all the hype is. When the hype dies down, I'm on to my next game. I don't know. I don't think I think that there's just too much stuff out there. I mean, that's how it was with Brawl. Brawl was the most mechanically different game. I'm trying to think of an example of it. Brawl's most
Was that the one where they introduced tripping?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is the example I always bring up with that, since we're just going to talk about that topic. The tripping mechanic, like on the base, you're like, yeah, you're like, oh, that's just bitching. I want you to think about this. There is a $5,000 tournament. First place gets $5,000. You are on the line. I guess you can kind of understand this because you do play card games in Pokemon where
That's what I was about to bring up. Yeah.
or Hearthstone or anything where you're about to win and you trip, which is a random mechanic, and then you lose because of a random. That's just that. I ain't about that life.
Yeah. It's honestly one of my. It's my biggest complaint about Magic is just like luck beats skill every time, and I know that's an unpopular opinion again, but it's true.
No, it is. Well, it's luck. Well, that's Magic is a great example. That's how we do in the Fruit Snack Attack podcast. We'll kind of get a topic, but
Yeah.
That's a problem with card games. That's a problem with card games, not just Pokemon, Magic, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh. That's
poker, like
blackjack, anything that has to do with a random deck of cards. That it's how a random is involved, and that's just.
Yeah.
But you also have to know what you're getting into with that. But yes, you're absolutely right. That's why.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Anytime there's a random element like that, I'm not dismissing skill. It's just you get to a point where you can only get so good, and two players are playing the best optimal strategy they can.
Right.
It's not a test of skill at that point. It's a test of luck.
Right. So like that's this is where I always like to talk about. This is a good example. I like to talk with like esports and stuff like that. If you talk about poker or Magic, anything is what do they talk? How do you judge if a guy is good? Oh, dude, he top 8'd. Or you know what I mean? Okay, let me describe this better. It is tough to ever have a back-to-back winner. It's almost impossible. They talk about, dude, he made it like basically getting to last day of any of these types of tournaments is the big deal, right?
Yeah, so for the Magic Pro Tour, I'm pretty sure to make the Hall of Fame, I think you have to top eight.
Yeah.
Like twice.
Right.
Like think about that. And that's extraordinarily hard.
Yes, that's
exactly like
exactly.
Yeah.
Because there is so much random. Yes, there is skill obviously to a certain point, but yes, and that's why poker. Oh my god, he made it to the final table. I've never, you know what I mean? That's poker. You can't have. There's more. I think there's more consistent winners. That's what I'm trying to get at. Consistent winners. That's why when you watch a fighting game tournament, if you watch Street Fighter or Smash or anything, you know, oh, dude, or Sonic Fox is consistently winning. We'll talk about more Kombat. Sonic Fox or Dragon Ball. Sonic Fox is consistently winning because he is the best.
Because he's good. Yeah.
Because he's good. Smash, it's Smash in Melee. They have the 5 gods. They kind of dwindled down to only a couple of them. That's because they're getting old and retired. But there were literally only 5 guys because that's how better they were than everybody else that were consistently winning everything. That shows you consistency. That's how good it is. I just couldn't believe how long they lasted. How did nobody ever... There's Leffen, so there's a 6th. But like Leffen is the only guy to really, at the time when the 5 guys were there to break in. It's insane how... In that example, there was 5 dudes in Melee. That's it. Right now, in Ultimate, there's really like you have MKLeo and Tweak. There is clearly, I'd say top. There's 5 people you know are gonna. I'd say there's probably 5 people you know are gonna top 8.
I think you just gave me my idea for my next topic on the next podcast.
We going esports?
Yeah, I want to for the next podcast. Let's give you guys a preview because I don't really care. I want to talk about like.
Different
the role of smack talking and like bad guys in esports.
Oh, okay.
I think that's kind of a role that we don't really have a lot of right now, but I think it's important.
Esports for me is one of my favorite passions. I'm gonna be such a hipster here. I've been into esports early. Like
Yeah.
in the early like Halo 2 MLG days, I was interested in competitive gaming. I don't like esports. I always liked competitive gaming better. I always thought we should have kept that going.
Yeah.
Esports makes it sound like it's more athletic than
It actually is.
is. Yes, I understand. Yes, mental. Yes, I will say the mental strength that people have to be a competitive gamer is insane. Which is why I've actually talked to Chris about this. Which is why Adderall is legitimately considered to be as good
substance.
a steroid. It is a like if you want to compare like Lance Armstrong with the steroids, I would almost consider that could be as strong in certain cases.
Yeah.
Like, taking steroids or baseball or anything like that to like what Adderall can do. You watch some of these. I remember like hearing or seeing things at like old Halo tournaments of just dude adding out of his mind, just like it's insane. It's insane because those tournaments are 3 days straight and you're playing a ton.
Yeah, well, it's in the Magic community too because
That makes sense. I bet you it's
people,
in poker. I bet you it's in
because I mean, in a Magic tournament, you start in a real tournament, not just like a F&M. Like in a real Magic tournament, you start at 8 a.m.
Yep.
and you have to play 9 rounds. That in the round timer is an hour.
Yeah.
And rounds go over. That timer is not like an hour. Oh, everyone stop playing.
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I could bring an esports topic every week. I really can. I was almost gonna just talk about esports in general as my topic, but we'll save that because I have a feeling we're gonna start with shit talking next week, and it's just gonna turn into an entire esports topic.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That'll be fun.
Which maybe we are gonna get to guests. I've talked about guests, so maybe we'll save the esports one for when it's down to just the two of us.
Yeah,
That is,
yeah, we put that in the bank.
But
A week we can't think of anything.
We'll let you know in case you don't want to hear esports talk. Man, I'm ready. I could talk about every like asset of it. That is probably one of my it's when you look at my Twitter profile, like my Twitter followers, it is esports people, personalities from all ends. From card games to fighting games to shooters, RT, like everything. It's insane. So, and I bet you those people they have their own like. I guess you're right. That would be to kind of bring it back around to you. It would be like if Magic is not like, hey, guess what? We're not doing lands anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're way
like everyone just gets a land a turn now.
Yeah, which boy after because
that would actually absolutely bust the game. Like there'd just be so many broken decks.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's kind of that one henchling game you and I played. You always have 3. That's your maximum per turn. They call it 3 money or 3 coin. That's what I kind of liked about it, but that's also because you're sharing a deck. Also, man, I could whoop your ass in some drop mix right now too. I'm just looking at all the board games I have.
That's what we should do. If we have our buddy Garrett on, we should have the podcast be about game design, just mechanics and stuff. I feel like that's a topic the 3 of us could dive pretty deep in.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Maybe we'll save that one for when he's here. Because I'm trying to think of like I'm having a birthday. You know, when my birthday does come up, I'm gonna have some friends over, and yeah, man, we got some board games we can dive into for people who aren't gonna be landing. But that's for another time. So, feel good about that.
Yeah.
I felt like I completely get what you're saying. You're like, no, I want to play what I want to play.
Right.
But sometimes people, it's just maybe sometimes you're so many games into a franchise that you're like, all right, we gotta change it.
Well, what I think sucks is like, and this is the last. We'll kind of end it on this. Is I didn't want to hate Breath of the Wild. Right. I was so excited to get the Switch and play the new Zelda game that everyone's raving about. Mm-hmm. And it sucks to be the guy on the wrong side of the fence. Like, there's a Zelda game everyone loves, everyone's excited for the sequel, and I just don't like it. Right. Like, I get to see everyone else be excited for the new Zelda game, but to me, I don't know when the next Zelda game I can play is.
Mm-hmm. It is also, I know it's tough because you have like such a dead mindset of like that you don't like this, but sometimes you just kind of fight through it. It's tough to be like, imagine a reviewer. Imagine if you hate a game and you have to play the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there is a turning point in the game. It's tough because once you're so dead set, it is tough to have your opinion changed.
Right.
That's how.
It's not like I didn't give it a fair shot. I've on multiple occasions tried to revisit Breath of the Wild, and I get so turned off of it so quickly, and it's always the same things. It's breakable weapons. I get into a situation now I have to backtrack and find something new. I can't find a weapon, so now I'm 2 hours in. I haven't made any progress. It's not fun.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you. Sorry, we're getting messages. So, again, side note. As we talked about, So last week was that last week? Was last week Mario Kart?
Yeah.
So last week I just asked all my friends, hey, let's play Mario Kart online, and it ended up being a huge success. We had like 9 or 10 racers, and it ended up being
that was
really
a blast.
fun. So I think next Wednesday we're racing. I'm gonna try to stream it. So hopefully you'll see us next Wednesday streaming actually, which would be kind of cool. I'll have to try to like get this room ready but either way,
I'll have to figure out a streaming setup too because I can't from my room.
Right.
But I can move TV out here or something. It's no big deal.
Mm-hmm. We'll make it work. But either way, so that's Zach's topic. So we'll take this minute to thank our sponsors.
Oh yeah.
That's it. No,
Coke Gaming.
Not yet. Hey, Coke Gaming? What?
Come on, man. I got the Coke Zero. It's good
Coke
shit.
Zero is my favorite. I would rather pick up a Coke Zero than a Coke right now. Straight up.
To me, like...
Actually, my favorite Coke is the Mexican Coca-Colas in the glass bottles. That cane sugar.
See, I don't know if I've had Coke in a glass bottle, but I don't think I've had Mexican Coke. Because, like, the Coke I've had in a glass bottle just tasted like Coke to me, to be honest.
Now, everyone makes a joke, like Sprite or McDonald's Sprite hits different. Do you agree with that? You like fountain soda?
Yes.
Yes.
Fountain sodas absolutely taste different.
And are they
Because
better?
I like them better because I was about to jump on to what you were saying is I don't think I could pick up a can of Coke, like regular Coke, but I could still drink out of the fountain.
Yeah.
I do it at movie theaters all the time. I actually prefer regular Coke out of the fountain than Coke Zero. Because to me, Coke Zero out of the fountain tastes more like Diet Coke.
Okay.
But
the movie theater. Okay. Side note, add a mini topic right now. I think I know it, but you go to the movie theater, you buy your ticket, you go to the snack stand. What's the snack? How are you walking into the theater, into your seats? What's in your possessions?
Large popcorn.
Large popcorn.
Large
hold
Coke.
On. Hold on. The tub.
Tub. Yeah, where I can get a refill.
Whatever the big boy.
Yeah, basically whatever one they have a free refill on because I like to get one to have at home later.
Okay.
So I always get that. No butter because it hurts my stomach. No butter, salt. Large Coke or Sprite, depending upon how I'm feeling. Most of the time's Coke, and then Bunch of Crunch. Always gotta have that Bunch of Crunch.
So I'm pretty much there with you. Usually, okay, I'm at the movies. Me and Caroline will usually share the tub, which is more like she eats the tub and I get a couple handfuls. Because
she can't eat the whole tub, right?
She can't eat the whole tub. I can only get a couple.
I believe you.
I'm telling you, we'll have to have a popcorn off. But it's not like I feel like if we have a popcorn off, it's gonna be like you're trying to eat it faster. I just feel like who can just not stop?
It sounds like a great way to vomit. Like,
I just want to be like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get like actually because her parents they got the like popcorn, like the
actual the
hanging tin thing, and the one that pops it. Yeah,
it has like a built-in whirly pop up top, and you dump it. Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
So maybe we just need to like bring that over here, and we just have a day where we're just.
A day where it's about endurance, not speed.
Exactly. Don't doubt my. Caroline's in the chat. She's saying, "Don't doubt my skills."
Honestly, that day's just gonna turn into Caroline and I just eating popcorn and being happy all day, and you being there.
And then like we're just filming like a time lapse, and you guys are just.
It's just us enjoying the day.
Playing Mario Kart, playing Mario Party. God, I don't really know which topic I'm gonna go with. Actually, we're still on here because I haven't even gotten to mine yet. Asher's dead, so I think that's that's Hayden, right?
That's Caden.
That's Caden. Hayden, jeez. Caden says found soda is my favorite. I agree. Yeah, because for a good example of that, like I do not like Baja Blast in a bottle. I was so hyped when that came out.
Yeah.
Baja Blast is only good in the fountain. But and that being said, it's my favorite soda. We need to do our soda tier list. We never did that.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That'd be a good Facebook video. Like put up on our Facebook page.
Caroline said I wouldn't be mad about a day where we just all eat popcorn and play video games. Not even.
Yeah, that'd be great.
let's just hang out.
Let's just hang out and eat popcorn and be friends.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
What a wild day.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that if we just ate popcorn?
We just had fun. Yeah, that'd be nuts. At the movie theater, Caroline splitting the tub. Again, she eats most of the tub. I get a couple handfuls. I'm kind of like, man, can I just have a couple bites? And she's like, well, get off. No, this is my tub. I got a bunch of crunch as well. My dad, this is the one my dad is all about. He does Junior Mints. So Junior,
That's interesting.
I'm a fan of the you scoop, take it like a little 2-finger pinch of the bunch of crunch, get a couple.
Yeah. Get a
Pop-
nice chocolate
popcorn,
buttery mix.
chocolate
Yeah,
buttery
that's good
mix.
shit.
One of the most famous things we always talk about is how Caroline's dad hates salty sweet.
Mhm.
Like can't stand it. So like that is his worst nightmare. Like the idea of like
Yeah, fuck me up with some salty sweet.
Fuck me up.
I can do that all day.
And then because I feel like it's such a unique treat, I go with an icy every
Icy,
time.
interesting.
I have not gotten a soda at a movie theater almost ever. I always get the icy because I feel like it's just something a little special.
See, what I think's like, I've realized about myself is I think what I like a lot is different textures of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't think I would like the texture of an icy with popcorn and chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about just the bubbliness of soda
Oh, yeah, no, I
that
get
goes
it.
really well with everything.
See, your mom likes Junior Mints as well. See, I think this may be an adult thing. I guess
Okay, so here's my beef with Junior Mints, at least at the movie theater,
all right.
is I don't think that would go good with soda. Having minty taste in your mouth and you take a hit of Coke, that'd be disgusting.
Yeah, I can kind of. Is there any sort of minty soda I can think of? Nope. No, you're maybe. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I mean that's my only complaint. I guess if I'm drinking water,
Well,
but
man,
I'm not drinking water at the movie theater.
I've done it, and there is just it's a weird third sensation because it's the salty, the sweet, and then there's the coolness of the peppermint that actually works. I'll give him credit on it. Like that one, I'm down. That one I'm kind of down with. But then the one thing I'm not down with is my dad puts ketchup on his French toast.
That's disgusting.
But not to separate it from, like, he doesn't replace it with syrup. He does the syrup as well. Yeah.
Homeboy just likes tomato, basically.
Yeah, kinda. Well, he's Italian.
That makes sense.
He goes, well, do you put ketchup on your eggs? I'm like, just because I dip my
No.
French toast in eggs doesn't make it eggy. I don't like French toast, actually.
I'm an egg purist. I don't put any sauces on my eggs.
Not even a little hot sauce?
Nope.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Hot sauce. Your mom, orange Coke and some Junior Mints. Okay. I can be... Orange Coke? I've tried orange Coke. That's not on my... I don't know if that's breaking my tier list.
I get why people like it because one of the flavors
good.
in Coke is orange. It's just subtle.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know the recipe?
honestly, like, making a cola isn't hard. It's like 3
No.
ingredients.
Right.
And one of them is orange. So that's why I get when people's like, "Oh, orange Coke's good." I'm with you. It's not really my thing, but like, it makes sense why people would like it. If you like Coke, you might like orange Coke.
Trying to fix your audio levels a little bit. You were popping a little bit. I've been watching this.
Oh.
I've been going back on this podcast called the 10-Minute Podcast, where they just do a podcast at 10 minutes, and they've had like 600 episodes. But it stars Will Sasso. I don't know if you remember Will Sasso.
Mhm.
But it's him and his friends. My God, it's one of the funniest podcasts I've ever listened to. It's just 10 every time. It's some episodes they'll do like characters. Most of the time they just talk about how they just kick the shit out of each other, and it's the funniest thing to me. Yeah, orange Coke is the best soda. Oh my, all right. So the Henley family. So you guys are a Coke household, is what I'm learning.
You know what's funny is not really.
No.
It's like, so I like Coke a lot. I drink a Coke Zero, but I mean, Lauren likes Pepsi. My mom drinks a lot of Sprite.
Which is Coke.
Yeah.
Like,
Coke
actually,
products,
okay.
I guess.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. I mean Coke products. Lauren's a Pepsi girl.
Yeah.
Man, you think you know somebody?
I think my dad likes Dr. Pepper.
Man, see, Dr. Pepper, I can have like once a year.
Yeah.
And that's all I need. Although I will give credit. Yes, Diet Dr. Pepper is the closest thing. Until Coke Zero came around. Diet Dr. Pepper was the closest to its original thing. Then I feel like Coke Zero's come in, and I feel like that is...
Yeah, I agree. Coke Zero is what converted me. Like, I used to be the guy like, oh, I'd never drink diet soda. It tastes too weird.
Right.
And I tried Coke Zero. I was like, oh shit, this tastes basically the same to me.
Yeah. I don't even know if I want... So we started a little bit closer to 8:30.
8:30,
Right? Okay,
yeah.
so we almost have like a half an hour. Because, boy, I could just get off topic.
Like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Even.
God, what topic do I want? Okay, so my topic for today, to go away from the gaming, is something that happened. This just kind of peaked. One of your favorite things with me, and I think we'll get this, is just how scared I'll get.
Yeah.
So tonight before the podcast, I had a late day at work, but I still wanted to get my run in for the week, or my run in for the day, and I didn't want to go to the gym because I've been running the treadmill too much, and that can obviously get just brain dead, boring. I'm going. I knew I was gonna have a late day at work, so I'm gonna bring my headlamp. I'm gonna do an outdoor run. So I did an outdoor run at a park in the woods. Yes, I'm happy I got the exercise in, but boy,
You see Shia LaBeouf?
Not Shia LaBeouf, but boy, was I on edge the whole time. So and it's not based on another human out there or even an animal.
This kind of natural fight or flight.
The wood monsters. Just in my brain, I started trying to think of there could be a creature out here that no one's ever seen before. So I guess that's my topic of the day is, how do you, or have you ever just mentally, how do I say it? Not mentally scared yourself, but have you ever scared yourself even though nothing is going on? For example, you go to the bathroom at night. In your brain, you see something in the hallway.
Yeah. Well, my biggest thing too is something you can relate to, I'm sure, but having ADD, a lot of ADHD medication kind of keeps you up all night.
Right.
So to combat that, you take sleeping medication.
Right.
And I don't know if you or any reviewers ever had this happen, but sometimes you pop a couple sleeping pills, go to sleep, then wake up, and when you wake up, you're a little bit more than fuzzy. I usually kind of freak out when that happens. I'll be spooky, even though again nothing's there. I have this weird thing where
Bigfoot, yeah.
I don't like feeling like I'm drugged. I'm waking up, I know I'm fighting to keep my eyes open, but part of me is I don't like that helplessness of I can't really do anything. I'm just trying to stay awake, but everything in my body is making me go back to sleep. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Well, there's also sleep paralysis. Have you ever been hit with that? When
I was younger, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't. Yeah.
I didn't know it was a thing, but absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't understand what it was until I honestly didn't understand what that was until, I think we talked about it in college or early college or high school, or maybe it was even a podcast where someone actually explained sleep paralysis. I'm like, oh, that's what I've had, where it is you're awake but nothing in your body is, and it is the scariest feeling one of the scariest feelings I've ever had.
Yeah, because I distinctly remember it happening when I was younger because I was so young. The way I was saying it in my mind was my arms are too heavy. Mm-hmm. They weren't too heavy. I couldn't move my arms.
Right.
I was awake. I couldn't move my arms or my legs or anything. But I remember thinking my arms are too heavy. I don't know what to do. My arms are too heavy.
Yeah. I remember trying to call out to my mom or dad, and I just couldn't even open my mouth. That's how much I'm just that was one of the scariest feelings I've ever had. So to kind of get what I'm talking about, so I am the king of messing up with my own brain.
Yeah.
It sucks so much, but man, it can, even no matter where I'm at, I can somehow make the most terrifying situation in my head. And it's mainly with horror monsters. It's never really about a person in my house or an intruder or anything like that, but I will forever always be afraid. How personal do I want to get right now? Oh my god. I have been so scared when I was at home. I was so scared sometimes to go to the bathroom, which was only down the hallway, that I would pee out my window.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I would remove the screen, and then I'd pee out my window.
That's amazing.
Because I just didn't want to open the door and see what was at the bottom of the steps or at the end of the hallway.
But you weren't afraid of opening your window and having something come at you that way.
Oh, I was.
You're cool with that.
No, I was looking.
Oh, that's just the lesser.
And then my mom was like, yeah, why are these random leaves dying?
Why does our house smell like piss?
I would pee. It was I would pee and it would go out the window and it would go down onto these plants that you could see from the office, and just the leaves would die because they were covered in piss.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how scaredy cat. Yeah, like stuff like that. Because even like last night, I started thinking about Pennywise. Just not because of like it. Just that's a scary ass clown, man. Fuck that clown.
See, I haven't had since like that kind of thing since I was a kid. But like I'm also definitely the king of like.
Yeah, Mrs. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, Mama Henley, you're learning too much personal shit. That's how we get it. I pee out my window.
My thing that's always freaks me out, which I do to myself sometimes, is like I'm the king of going down a YouTube rabbit hole at like 3 a.m. and then being like, oh well, fuck me, I don't want to go to sleep now.
Right.
It's like just going on to those like random like.
Oh yeah, well you click on one copy pasta thing, it's over with. It's over with.
Yeah. You see, like I'll have a video pop up. It's like top 10 real life possessions, and then I'm not sleeping tonight
top
now.
Top 10 experiences where people went onto the dark web. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think Mills thinks it's still probably one of my funniest Facebook statuses, but it was so true. It's just like I hate when it's 3:00 in the morning. My brain's like, hey, you know what we haven't thought about in a while? Demons. And it's true, man. It's
yeah.
True. It's 100% a thing that happens to me all the time, and it sucks because boy does your man like to pee in the middle of the night. And now I can't pee out my window in my now bedroom.
Nah, man.
So I just pee in cups. Caroline hasn't said anything about it yet. I'm waiting.
Dude, here's the strat. You just pee on the floor now. Blame it on Minnie.
Well, and the carpet we bought is even like, it's supposed to like help with that kind of like pee absorption for like pets. So yeah, I could just pee on this carpet.
Just pee on the carpet.
I'll just pee on the
carpet.
It's got moisture wicking, right?
Hell yeah.
It's like these like dry fit kind of like hoodies and shirts. She's only hanging out in the chat. You hate Pennywise? Yeah. See, Pennywise is scary.
Yeah, man.
Any of those things, man. There's a horror movie called Crawl last year where it was about crocodiles. And I ended up. Oh, hi, Minnie. It's about like alligators. Yeah, I got fucked up on alligator. I got fucked up by alligators now. There's one alligator. The one alligator fucks up this. It's there. Go watch Crawl. I don't know.
See, here's the thing: is a lot of my biggest fears don't stem from like monsters. It stems from more like real life shit that could happen. Like again, I told you. I freak out when I wake up in the middle of the night and my sleeping medication's kicking in hardcore and I'm fuzzy. I can't really move. Feel like I'm being drugged. Because like one of my biggest fears is like waking up during operation and seeing my like innards as like a doctor working on them. That's fucking scary as shit to me.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess this could be like, your greatest fear is stuff is almost like being unable to control your body.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think claustrophobia is one of my bigger fears. I will find myself claustrophobic in a lot of certain situations. I mean, never like around like people, I should say, but like if I'm like I'm trying to think of like a good example, or I guess like I don't know. There's one time like my friends love this joke, and I don't like the joke, but they just like to dogpile me and then give me titty twisters.
Yeah,
and like
that's not a joke. That's just harassment.
Yeah,
that's bullying.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, but they just think it's funny. So now I just get the result. I just start fighting them. Fuck it. You're gonna think it's fine. I'm swinging. But like if they like you get dogpiled, that's like I'm uncomfortable now. I guess that could be a good example of claustrophobia.
Just like the idea of being trapped, like being buried alive, or not even like being like somebody putting you in a coffin and burying you alive, but like imagine like being in like your basement and like an earthquake happens and your house above you collapses. You can't get out now.
There was I think it was in Spider-Man Homecoming. There was something where like he gets like stuck underneath something. He just starts calling for help. I'm like, yep, this is my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
He's just like, help! I can't like move or something like that. That fucked me up. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. Well, you're so funny. That's sexual harassment.
That is sexual harassment.
But they're my friends. Afraid of sharks. See, like, no, that's a good example. See, honest to God, I am more afraid, if I'm in the ocean, I'm more afraid of getting stung by a jellyfish than I'm getting attacked by a shark. Don't know what it is, but boy, I'm like, man, I don't want jellyfishes to me. That's going to suck.
Oh, you want to talk about childhood horror stories? Let me tell you this one. You're going to love this, Matt.
Okay.
So, yeah, I have a family in Wisconsin, right? One of our family members collects old porcelain dolls.
Yeah, fuck that.
Hold on. Not done yet. she keeps them on display in the guest bedroom,
So where you have to stay.
facing the bed. So guess what I get to look at all night long while I'm trying to sleep? I wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I see.
I would get up and turn them
Fuck
around.
that.
I would. I would actually get up and turn them around. I couldn't do.
Like-
I could not do that.
My mom can vouch that I forget which relative it is, but that I can never like that's scarred in my memory. Like
Yeah.
if that's the one thing that probably still freak me out right now is dolls. Not like just seeing a doll, but like having to deal with a creepy ass doll all night looking at me. Yeah, fuck that.
See, and then this is the weirdest part about me. Like we talk about all this stuff.
Mhm.
I would go to a haunted hotel in a heartbeat.
Oh, absolutely.
I would go
love
to
that.
Area 51. I would do that whole. I would like all that stuff. I'm so down for. Like, let's go into a haunted woods. Let's go. But there's everybody's town's got their the town stories. You know, we have this thing called the Melon Heads. But to get to the Melon Heads, you have to cross Crybaby Bridge, and if you park on Crybaby Bridge, you hear the crybaby, you hear your baby
Right.
crying. If you put baby powder on the back of your car, you'll see handprints. I'm down. I'll do that stuff. Then
You know,
I go home and I'm fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you would be down if we could. It would take a little bit of coordination with a couple GoPros, but my mom is into ghost hunting, and she could totally set something up where like maybe we could go ghost hunt and record.
Let's do it.
Because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Straight
That'd be
up,
good
like,
content.
No, like just straight up, let's do it. Honestly, God, man, we don't need GoPros anymore. These phones are so good now.
Yeah.
Like, yes, we'll have the GoPros, but honestly, if we just have multiple ways to record. All
I'll
right,
talk to my mom. She
Yeah,
could definitely hook
so
that
she's
up.
in right now. Yeah, let me know. I'm down. It's gonna fuck me up, but I'm down. Whenever we can do that, and actually, yeah,
My mom's got all sorts of ghost stories, like about demons and shit. It's wild.
Yeah, see, like, and I'm fascinated by all that stuff, but then the minute it's time to go to bed, I'm done. I'm starting thinking about it, and I'm freaking myself out, and it's over with. I'll start thinking about the haunted house I went. Like, I'll go into just a normal haunted house, and I'm like, and then I'll go like, and that haunted house is fine that day, but when I go home, I start thinking about, like, man, that's fucked up. Yeah, see, like maybe, yeah, and then yeah, right, Caroline, yeah, her mom's into ghost stuff too. Let's try to get some.
Dude,
Oh,
we
man,
could totally get like a trip like of like
get a
everyone
trip.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll talk to Caroline's mom. She'll definitely be in. I know because I remember one of the first me and Caroline started dating. I remember her saying her mom like stayed in like the haunted like camp we had around here.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the cool thing, my mom has like a lot of the equipment
That's
too,
what she
like
just
a lot of like the stuff you bring out, like the recorders and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Kane says he's afraid of heights, but he's cool with roller coasters. I get that.
I don't know. It's weird because like I've always felt like heights should scare me, but they don't.
The thing with roller coasters, it is me because I'm not afraid, but I'm just like, well, you're only up there for a second.
Yeah. Like so my biggest example of like a ride I don't like to go on that's height related is the Power Tower.
Yes.
Like those type of rides. And you can vouch for this. The reason I don't like going on the rides, I don't like the dropping feeling. We go on Doctor Doom all the time, and that's a blast.
That's because that one launches you.
Yeah, it doesn't drop you. It just shoots you way up, and you see everything. It's sweet.
It's where your balls go into your lungs.
Yeah, I hate that feeling.
It's that feeling. I like that feeling. That's a Matt White out of context. Like when my balls touch my lungs. That so I just for me, I guess I'm just like yeah, I'm afraid of all that. I'm afraid of it, but I'm fascinated. Like I believe in ghosts. I believe in aliens. Okay, aliens. Okay, whatever.
Aliens exist. Bring out Tom DeLonge.
I'm so happy. I was proud of that. Just all in the day of the Area 51 is just aliens exist. That's it. That aliens is a different one. Aliens, if you think we on this planet are it, out of that in the entire existence of everything, come on.
Dude, I can go deep on aliens for a minute because, like, here's the thing. And I think this is an aspect of that people don't think about a lot is just because we're the only life right now doesn't mean there aren't aliens in the future or in the past.
Right.
We could just be at a weird point in time where like, hey man, the aliens drove by Earth or, drive by like 30,000 years ago and it was just a ball of ice and they're like, cool, there's nothing here. Let's move on.
We're done. Right.
And we'll never see them again,
Right. It's just how are we it? There's no way. The everything, the expansion of the universe and universes and the galaxy and everything, it's too big. It's too big. We can't be it. No way. But boy,
Yeah.
and that's why we should. And that's why. Here's what I'm thinking: we should have pushed harder on the Area 51 raid. I think you.
Yeah, we should have went. I'm
should've-
disappointed in us.
We should have went, and we really should have pushed some people. I'm not saying like you and I were the first ones to break the fence, but like no, let's no fucking jokes around. Let's get the fuck in there. I can't believe
man.
no one actually went for it.
I would have talked to the guards like all day and then try to like sneak past, like get in. Like, hey man, why don't you go let me use the bathroom real quick? Let me get in
And they'd be like, no.
there.
Did you about to New Mexico for this?
Like this blonde kid's really annoying.
Well, that's what they had to deal with. And like, if you go and look at it, it was just a bunch of YouTubers and bloggers who I just I touched it. Ooh.
But I also feel like those guards also knew nothing was going to happen that day. Like nobody was actually going to do anything.
They probably had like a couple snipers like set up.
Yeah.
It's like, God, all right.
Here's I think where they dropped the ball with that, because our government I'm talking about, they had such hype about Area 51.
Right.
Why didn't they just put on something? Like, just not even like, you don't have to come in, but like, hey, we'll bring out some like jets or something. We'll welcome you guys.
Right. Like
they could have just to build the relationship between military and civilians. I think they could have done.
Because what they ended up doing was they had like a concert, right? Or they had like an event. Like there was things, but it was nothing to do with the government. It was just like the guy put
just
on
people.
his own thing, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's gonna be a thing. Not a I was gonna say Woodstock. Definitely not a Woodstock. Not a like, you know what I mean? I wonder if like the Area 51 party is gonna be a yearly thing now.
That'd be dope.
We should go one year then.
Yeah.
Because the thing is,
Just
that
throw
I
a ranger.
watched like one YouTuber. They went, and then on their way home, they stopped at a like a clown hotel. Like it was
What's a clown hotel?
You could look it up.
That sounds awful.
Exactly, and apparently it's haunted and all that jazz. So it's like, yeah, Area 51. It's not Area 52. Is this for real? Why would they move it?
That'd be wild.
Where are those aliens at? I want to see them.
I saw. I don't know if I shared it with you, but like I was cracking up during when all those memes were going around. It's like dyslexic man charges Area 15. He was not arrested because they just kind of felt bad for him.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like the one. The guy, the news reporter, is there. He's talking about. He's like, "Hey, just seen it," and then just a guy's Naruto running in the background. Just one single guy.
Just one of them.
I loved it. I loved it so much. That was such. Man, we should have went and vlogged it. That would have been hysterical.
Next time, if there is one, we'll be there.
Another one. Yeah. The clown
What's a flight cost out there? There's no way it's that expensive. We like $200.
New Mexico. Do we know like where in New Mexico it is? New Mexico flights. Cheap flights to New Mexico. Here we go. Cheap air. Less than $100
Yeah. Because who's going to New Mexico? Like, for real.
from Cleveland to New Mexico. We'll go to Albuquerque. That we could be in that Weird Al song.
Yeah.
Search now. Here we go. What do we do here? We look up flights. I guess I'm there for a long time. That's a 6-hour flight. Yeah, not that much.
Yeah,
Here
man.
we go, $300, and that's for a while. We're there for a while. Okay, see, there we go. Cheapest, shortest. There's some layovers there, yeah, but man, let's just go to New Mexico. Fuck it.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Fuck it, let's go to Mexico. Let's go to New Mexico. Download the Ghost Hunters M2. Do I wanna?
Is your house haunted?
See, that's the problem, right? I think yes, I do think my house is haunted. There's specifically a room that doesn't get Wi-Fi or any other connection. Yes, it's the extended room, and it probably makes sense that it doesn't because there's not a straight line to it. But no, that's that someone lived there and then they didn't.
I think my room's haunted. Weird shit goes on in my room all the time. I don't know if I've told you before. My TV turns on and off all the time by itself. It's not like it's nothing because I thought, okay, maybe PS4's turning on. No, it just does it sometimes.
Yeah, that's fucking.
I'll be in the thing because at first I thought someone was fucking with me. Like I'd come home from work and my TV's on. I'm like, okay, who's in my room? But it happened before while I was in it. Like, I'm just sitting there, my TV turns on. I'm like, oh, cool.
Could be electricity. See, that's the thing is, like, people try to justify. I'm like, no, or just fucked up shit's happening.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, I'll download the app. Or, like,
I
open up the attic. At the top of the attic is just a sign that says, this place is condemned. Yes, it's a joke sign, but fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck this house. I really enjoy this house.
I want to get a Ouija board. My mom won't let me.
Huh?
I said I want to get a Ouija board, but my mom won't let
Why?
me.
Do you not want to find out what's going on in this house?
My mom doesn't like Ouija boards.
Too real?
Said they're bad energy.
They are bad energy. No, name one person that's had a good conversation on a Ouija board.
I don't know. There's a lot of people who have conversation on Ouija boards, Matt.
You don't?
No, I only know like movie experiences, which of course they're going to be bad.
With Ouija, the movie.
What if Luigi used a Ouija board?
What if Waluigi?
Fuck.
Yeah. How's that not a video? We gotta make that video. Was there a Ouija board in Luigi's Mansion 3? Nintendo, what the fuck?
You know, I think one of the menus in Luigi's Mansion 1 was like a pseudo Ouija board. Like it had the triangle.
Oh.
I don't think it had the board, but you know what I mean? It was like implied. I could be misremembering.
Another example, like I could never do like Bloody Mary. Like that would like candle in the room, in the bathroom, at the mirror. No, I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I would freak myself out too much.
I get that. Yeah.
I freaked myself out that I thought I saw a ghost in my parents' house.
Yeah.
And I remember and then I scared my parents because I started screaming, "Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?" And then I ran downstairs and my dad's like, "Is someone in my house? Because this is a concern right now." That's what I do. I'm a puss. That's what I do. But I think that is enough.
Yeah, it's been almost an hour.
Enough, close enough. But so what we've learned: don't mix the formula and don't fuck with ghosts.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth. But thank you guys for joining us here on episode 4 of the Fruit Snack Attack podcasts. Again, you'll see this episode up next Wednesday. Now, This is just a rarity, but you may see a stream next Wednesday playing Mario Kart. We'll see.
Yeah, but it won't be a podcast stream. It'll just kind of be.
I'm basically just gonna be streaming Mario Kart to the channel. I'll have my webcam up in this room, and whatever friends are here, we'll be playing with. But Zach will be online. We'll have the Discord up so everyone can hear us.
Right.
I'll try to maybe if I could somehow get like Zach's cam, like so that you at least get to see all of our faces. But appreciate you guys. Saw some decent some viewers today, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Actually, I just had an idea too. If I do end up streaming a little bit of Magic on here, would you want to jump on just on audio? Like you can jump on Discord and we can just like talk through like plays and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Absolutely. And then if I can't, then it's just you. You know,
yeah, I'm good with that too.
Okay. I don't know if we're gonna have Minnie come in and say goodbye. And it was kind of a thing, but it's either way.
Hold on. We can get one doggo.
At least one dog. We at least have to say goodbye.
Homeboy's sleeping, but
man, he's
Buns.
out.
He's sleeping.
Good for him.
He's done.
I'm about to go do the same thing. I wish.
All right. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Bye-bye. Oh, wait.
Wait, hold on. My computer needs balance.
Okay, good night, everyone. And